Hello students, how are you? In previous lectures we have discussed about chapter number 1, that is rational number system, and chapter number 12, that is Heron's formula. Now after vacation we will start your chapter number 6, that is lines and angles. Okay student, so shall we start? Now the first point of this topic is lines. First of all, we will discuss about the basic. First of all, we will discuss about the basic of this chapter. Okay, because this chapter is the basic of the next chapters. Chapter number 7, chapter number 8, and chapter number 9. Okay, so many basic terms we will discuss in this chapter, which you have already studied in your previous classes. But then too we will revise it. Okay, first of all, we will discuss about line segment. What is line segment? Okay, so line segment is a line which is having two endpoints. Line segment is a line which is having two endpoints. It is a line which is having two endpoints is called line segment. Okay, we can't extend in this side or in left hand side. We can't extend line segment in any of the sides. So a line segment is a line which is having two endpoints. It's called line segment. Second point is your ray. What is the meaning of ray? So it is a type of line which is having only one endpoint. For example, this is O. Okay. It is a type of a line which is having only one endpoint, one starting point, one point. Okay, it's called ray. Is it clear? Now your third topic is line. What is the meaning of line? Because we have used this word in the previous two definition. So we have to understand that what is the meaning of line. So what is line? Line is a collection of infinite number of points. Okay, line is a collection of infinite number of points which we can, for example, it is an infinite number of points. It is a collection of infinite number of points which we can extend endlessly. Okay, it is a line. Because if this is a line, so we can extend it endlessly. So it is called line. Is it clear? Is it clear, bachcho? Now we will discuss about types of lines. Types of lines. This is the basic of the chapter, that's I am explaining little bit fast. Okay. Types of line. The first is intersecting line. Intersecting line. So intersecting lines, if two lines are having one common point, if two lines are meeting at a point, or if two lines are having one common point, then we can say that these are the intersecting line. If two line segment or lines are meeting at a point or cross each other at any point or starting from any point, so we can say these are the intersecting line. Okay students, now the second one is parallel lines. Parallel lines. Okay, so if two lines which cannot intersect ever, okay, if two lines are suppose which cannot intersect ever, or the distance between both the lines, are same at any point, when you will going to find the distance between these two lines at this point or this point, so the distance between both the lines will be same at every point. So this type of line is called parallel lines. For example, this line is AB and this line is CD. So we will show parallel. Sign of parallel is like this: AB parallel to CD. This is the sign of parallel. Okay, it looks like 11, but it is not 11. AB parallel to CD. So this is the sign of parallel lines. Okay, so this is the basic of line. Okay, after that we will discuss about angles. Okay, one more time I am revising. Line segment is what? A line which is having two endpoints is called line segment. A line which is having one endpoint is called ray. A line is that if it is a collection of infinite number of points which can extend endlessly is called line. Okay. Types of lines is intersecting lines and parallel lines. Parallel lines are those lines which cannot meet ever, which will not meet. Okay. And the distance between them will be same at every point. Okay. I am giving you 1 minute to you. You can see it and revise it. Now we will discuss about angles. We will discuss about angles. Okay. First of all, I will discuss that, or I will tell you that what is the meaning of angle. So, if two lines are starting from one common vertex, vertex means a point. If two lines are starting from one common vertex, or if two lines are meeting at a point, if two lines are meeting at a point, so they will form an angle. This is the definition of angle. If two lines or ray starting from a common vertex, or if two lines or ray meeting at the same point, common vertex, so they will form an angle. This is called an angle. Okay. Is it clear? Now we will discuss about types of angles. Now we will discuss about types of angles. Okay, bachcho. So first of all is acute angle. What is the meaning of acute angles? Acute angles means, for example, if some angles are there which is less than 90 degree. You have already studied about this in previous classes. Then too I am revising it. Okay. So if the measurement of any angle is less than 90 degree, this is exactly 90. If the measurement is of any angle is less than 90 degree, so we will say that, for example, if angle A is less than 90 degree, so this will be acute angle. Okay. So if the measurement of any angle is less than 90 degree, it will be say that it is a acute angle. Now, what is the meaning of obtuse angle? What is the meaning of obtuse angle? Obtuse angles are more than 90 degree. The angles, for example, angle A is greater than 90 degree, like this. This is the angle of more than 90 degree. So this angle will be known as obtuse angle. Next is right angle. Next is right angle. So what is the meaning of right angle? Right angle means the angles which are exact 90 degree. The angles which are exact 90 degree are called right angle. Okay. So if angle A is equal to 90 degree, it is not compulsory that always angle will be A will be there. You can give any name. So if any angle is equal to 90 degree, so it will say that it is a right angle. Is it clear? Thus when I suppose it will be a right angle. Now straight angle. We will discuss about straight angle. What is the meaning of straight angle? If any angle measure exact 180 degree. For example, it is a angle AOB. If any angle is exact 180 degree, exact equal to 180 degree, so it will be a straight angle. It means angle A equals to 180 degree. Any angle whose measure is exact 180 degree, so it will be known as straight angle. Okay, students. Now we will discuss about reflex angle. Reflex angle. So how you can find the reflex angle? Reflex angle means more than 180, more than 180 but less than 360 degree. For example, any angle A which is greater than 180 but less than 360 degree is called reflex angle. Okay, how you can find the reflex angle of any angle? For example, you are having an angle 70 degree, and if you want to find the reflex of this, so what you will do? You will subtract that angle from 360 degree. Okay, so the reflex of 70 will be 290 90. Okay, so if you want to find reflex of any angle, so what you will do, you will subtract that particular angle from 360 degree, then you will get the exact value of reflex angle. Is it clear, students? These are the types of angle on the basis of measurement. On the basis of measurement. Now we will discuss some more types of angles on the basis of their properties. For example, now we will discuss about complementary angle. Complementary angles. So what are complementary angles? For example, if two angles whose sum are equal to 90 degree, two angles whose sum are equal to 90 degree, they will call as a complementary angles. Is it clear? ऐसे दो एंगल जिनका सम 90 डिग्री हो, they are called as complementary angles. For example, if you are having one angle A and one angle is B, so angle A plus B will be equal to 90 degree. It will be known as complementary angles. If you want to find the complementary of 70 degree, if you want to find the complementary of 70 degree, what you will do, you will put angle A as 70 degree and you will find the value of complementary. It will be 90 minus 70, it will be B is equal to 20 degree. Is it clear? So complementary means what? If the sum of two angles is 90 degree, then it is said to be the complementary angles. Okay? And if the sum of two angles are 180 degree, supplementary angle. Supplementary angles. If the sum of two angles are 180 degree, then these are known as supplementary angle. Is it clear, students? अगर दो एंगल्स का सम 180 डिग्री से है तो उनको हम क्या बोलेंगे? सप्लीमेंट्री एंगल्स. फॉर एग्जांपल, इफ यू आर हैविंग वन एंगल 110 degree and if you want to find the supplementary of this angle, if you are having one angle as a 110 degree and if you want to find the supplementary of this angle, so what you will do, you will subtract that angle 110 from 180 degree, so you will get the supplementary. For example, A plus B is equal to 180, you are having one angle as a 110 and if you want to find the supplementary of it, so what you will do, you will subtract it from the 180, so you will get its supplementary, you will get 70 degree. Is it clear? Now like this you can find supplementary of any angle. So these both are the types of angle on the basis of its property. Okay, now we will discuss about adjacent angle. Next is adjacent angle. What is the meaning of adjacent angle? Adjacent angle means if two angles having one common arm. For example, these are the arm. This is the one arm, this is another arm. These are the arms of side. Okay, so if the two angles are having common arm, one common arm, for example, it is angle A and it is angle B, and these angles are having one common arm and the remaining arms are up either side of the common arm. So this angle is known as a adjacent angle. Adjacent. Okay, so angle A and angle B will be adjacent angles. So what will be the definition of adjacent angles? If two angles are having a one common arm and common vertex and the remaining two arms are either side of the common arm, it will known as adjacent angle. Okay, students. Now the next topic is linear pair. Linear pair. Okay, if two angles are forming a straight line, for example, it is an angle A and it is an angle B. If two angles are forming a straight line, then these angles are known as linear pair. Remember, students, pair will be always of two angles. Okay, pair will be of only two. So if two angles are forming a line, straight line, then it will be known as linear pair. Like this, these are the adjacent angles, so this is a linear pair. Okay, the sum of linear pair will be always a 180 degree. The sum of linear pair will always be a 180 degree. Is it clear? If you want to divide this. Okay, do this. After that, we will discuss about some theorem. And proof of them. Is it clear? देखो one more time you can see that acute angle is the angle whose measurement is less than 90 degree. It is known as acute angle. Any angle whose measure is greater than 90 degree, it will be known as obtuse angle. Any angle whose measurement is exact 90 degree, it will be known as right angle. Any angle whose measurement is exact 180 degree, it will be known as straight angle. Any angle whose measurement is greater than 360 degree but less than, greater than 180 degree but less than 360 degree, it means the angle whose measurement is between 180 and 360, it will be known as reflex angle. And any angles whose sum, if two angles whose sum are 90 degree, so it will be known as complementary angle. And if two angles whose sums are 180 degree, it will be known as supplementary angle. What are adjacent angles? If two angles are there and the one arm is common for both the angles, then it will be known as adjacent angles. Linear pen means what? If two angles are meeting and forming a straight line, then it will be known as linear pair. Okay students, now we will discuss about some basic theorems. What is the meaning of theorem? What is the meaning of theorem? The meaning of theorem is a statement given by any mathematician or any scientist who required any kind of proof. Any mathematical statement which required any kind of proof is known as theorem. Okay students, so we will discuss about some theorem. First theorem is if two lines are intersecting, then opposite angles will be equal. This is the first theorem. Okay, if two lines are intersecting, then opposite angles are equal. Theorem is if two lines are intersecting, then opposite angles are equal. Okay, how you will prove this theorem? So you can prove this theorem with the help of linear pair. Okay, we can see that this angle A and D is forming a straight line. This angle A and D is forming a straight line. So can we write A plus D is equal to 180 degree by linear pair. Okay, A plus D is equal to 180 degree. And this is equation number 1. And we can write C plus B is equal to also 180 degree. How? Because this angle C and this angle B is also forming a straight line. So C plus B will be also 180 degree. This is equation number 2. Okay students. Now we can see that in equation number 1 and equation number 2. In equation number 1 and equation number 2, both are equals to 180 degree. Both the equations are equal to 180 degree. It means the right hand side of both the equations are equal. So definitely left hand side will be equal. This is Euclid axiom that if two things are equal to the same thing are equal to one another, then both the things will be equal. If two things are equal to the same thing, they will be equal to one another. So we can write by 1 and 2. By equation 1 and 2, we can say that A plus B is equal to C plus B. Okay, or you can do one more thing. If you are at the place of C plus B, you can write B plus D also. So you can write B plus D because this B plus D is also forming a 180 degree. This B plus D is also forming a 180 degree. So we can write A plus B is equal to B plus D. So D and D will be cancelled. So A is equal to B. So we have proved that this angle A is equal to this angle B. Is it clear? We have proved that this angle A is equal to this angle B. Similarly, students, you can also prove that angle C is equal to angle D. Similarly, you can also prove that angle C is equal to angle D. Okay, students. So this is the proof of first theorem, that is, if two lines are intersecting, then the opposite angle will be equal. Is it clear, students? Okay. So in the next lecture, we will discuss about the remaining theorems and we will start our first exercise, exercise 6.1. I hope the first lecture is clear to you. Is it clear? If you are having any doubt, then you can clear it in our next class. Is it clear, students? So this was the basic of the this chapter, chapter number 6. In our previous class, we will start the next exercise, that is exercise 6.1. Is it clear, student? Okay. Thank you so much.